At the end of the latest episode of Love Island USA, Huda finally drops the baby bomb on Jeremiah. And it doesn't look like he's taking it well, Horns. It doesn't look like he's taking it well. And I feel like we all knew it was always going to end up this way. Now, will he stick with her? Maybe. But he's obviously disappointed and Huda knows. And then on top of that, the run-up to her even saying this information, we're coming off of this challenge where it was revealed that he has admitted to telling at least 10 people that he's loved them in his lifetime, and he's in his like mid to late 20s, I believe. She, everybody's looking at him crazy, and I know that number is more. I know he's told more than 10 people that he's loved them. And then on top of that, I know that he's cheated more than once. He says that he's only cheated once. I don't believe that. So Huda's now suspicious, and before she even reveals the information about the baby, she basically says, I'm concerned about you telling 10 people that you love them. He's very quick on his heels, and he basically says that the majority of these I love yous were when I was a teenager dating in high school. I was immature, but in my 20s, I've only really said it once or twice. Liar. The boy's a liar. I don't believe it one bit. So yeah, I do think he's a love bomber, and it was very obvious from the first VT that he did. After that, they basically have a talk. She's like, what type of woman that you want? He's like, I want you, like you're the full package. So at this point, she feels comfortable enough to disclose that she's a baby mother. And immediately his face drops, and he's like, he's like, but you're 24 and you got a kid? Like, how many kids do you got? The first question was, how many kids do you have? And not how many kids, multiple. He's just like, oh, how many kids? How many? And you know what? That's kind of a fair question to ask, especially when that's just been sprung on you. And she's just like, just one. And even just hearing just one, I mean, one is, better than more than one. But he's just like, yeah, he wasn't expecting that. And then he has his head in his hands, and she's like, just look at me. And he's like, I can't not look at me, and I can't. And then we're on a cliffhanger to see what happens tomorrow. And it's just like, we're not even just going to see Jeremiah's reaction. We're going to see the reaction of everybody else, and then we're going to see the boys advising him. And the boys are already messy and give bad advice anyway. So I just know that the next episode is going to be a mess. Personally, I don't think he's going to drop her for being a baby mother, but will it work on the outside? I don't think so. I think he wants to make it to the end, maybe have a little relationship, and then was probably going to break up with her anyway. But now having to pretend to be a good boyfriend, and now somebody who would like take on a child, or like, be there to help with the co-parenting, at least, that's too much. But I gotta hear from you guys. Do you think Jeremiah is gonna dump Huda? Do you think he's gonna be like, well, I'm dumping you because you lied to me or you were deceptive? Like, he's gonna use this as a reason to get rid of her? I gotta hear from you guys. I suspect that he's not gonna break up with her, but it is definitely gonna be a big drama. And I feel like now his like 6-month plan of, being in a, Instagram, social media relationship might be cut short. I gotta hear from you guys what you think is gonna happen next, and what are your thoughts on the whole situation. Do you feel like Huda set herself up here by not just disclosing at the very beginning? Or do you understand that she waited? Or do you feel like it's still like early enough for it to be like, okay, she told me early on? I gotta hear from you guys.